Hinduism is one of the most ancient and diverse religions in the world, practiced by over 1 billion people, mainly in India and Nepal. It's a religion filled with countless deities, rich philosophies, and intricate rituals. But out of all the gods, two of the most revered and significant are Shiva and Vishnu. Today, we're going to explore who Shiva and Vishnu are, what they represent, how people worship them, and why their roles are so important in Hinduism. We'll also dive into how Hindus choose which deity to worship, and whether it's possible to identify Shiva or Vishnu devotees just by looking at them. And, is it even appropriate to ask someone which deity they follow? By the end of this video, you'll have a clearer understanding of how these two powerful gods shape the beliefs and practices of millions. So, let's dive into the fascinating world of Hinduism and uncover the stories of Shiva and Vishnu. Now, let's get started. Part 1 Introduction. Hinduism is one of the oldest religions in the world, with countless deities worshipped over thousands of years. But among all these gods, two stand out as especially important: Shiva and Vishnu. So, who are these gods? What do they represent? And how are they worshipped? And how does Hinduism's approach to having many gods and choosing which one to worship actually work? Part 2 Structure of worship in Hinduism. Hinduism is often considered a polytheistic religion, with many gods representing different roles and qualities. But here's the key point: not all Hindus worship all gods equally. While they acknowledge the existence of many gods, most people tend to focus their devotion on one particular deity. This practice is known as henotheism. For example, some people consider Vishnu their primary deity, while others revere Shiva above all. However, acknowledging one god doesn't necessarily mean denying the others. Furthermore, some Hindu philosophies teach that all these gods are manifestations of one supreme reality called Brahman. This perspective sees various gods as different expressions of the same divine essence. Part 3 Shiva. Let's start with Shiva, known as the destroyer in Hinduism. But destruction here doesn't just mean an end. It signifies transformation, renewal, and creating space for new beginnings. Shiva is often depicted meditating deeply on Mount Kailash. He wears a serpent around his neck, holds a trident in his hand, and has a third eye on his forehead, symbolizing spiritual wisdom and inner vision. Followers of Shiva, known as Shaivites, believe his power destroys ignorance and brings about spiritual growth. He represents change, meditation, and the eternal cycles of creation and destruction. Part 4 Vishnu. Now, let's talk about Vishnu, known as the preserver or the protector. While Shiva symbolizes transformation, Vishnu stands for stability, balance, and protection. Vishnu is often portrayed with blue skin, holding a conch, discus, lotus, and mace. He is also depicted resting on the cosmic serpent Ananta, floating on the endless sea. One of Vishnu's most famous aspects is his avatars. To protect the world, he takes on various incarnations, the most well-known being Rama and Krishna. His followers believe he will continue to appear whenever the world needs balance and protection. Those who worship Vishnu, known as Vaishnavites, see him as the god who maintains and restores order in the universe. Part 5 Comparing Shiva and Vishnu. Shiva and Vishnu are both revered as major deities in Hinduism, but their roles are quite different. Shiva symbolizes destruction, transformation, meditation, and inner wisdom. Vishnu symbolizes protection, preservation, balance, and the restoration of order. Despite their contrasting roles, both gods are seen as essential forces, maintaining balance in the universe. They complement each other within the broader framework of Hindu cosmology. Part 6 Can we identify Shiva and Vishnu worshippers? So, if you meet a Hindu, could you tell whether they worship Shiva or Vishnu? And would asking them about their chosen deity be considered disrespectful? The truth is, it's often not easy to distinguish Shaivites from Vaishnavites based on appearance alone. However, some devotees may display symbols or objects related to their chosen deity. For example, Shiva worshippers Shaivites may hold sacred objects, like the trident or the linga. Vishnu worshippers Vaishnavites may cherish symbols like the lotus or the flute of Krishna. Asking someone about their chosen deity is generally not considered offensive in Hinduism. Many Hindus are open to sharing their beliefs, especially when approached with genuine curiosity and respect. Discussing the various gods can even be a meaningful way to learn about their culture and spiritual traditions. Part 7 Conclusion. Hinduism's polytheistic nature offers devotees a wide range of choices and approaches to worship. People acknowledge various gods but often choose one central deity to focus on. So, what do you think? Do you find yourself more drawn to Shiva's themes of transformation and renewal, or Vishnu's concepts of protection and balance? Or perhaps the idea that all gods are ultimately connected appeals to you more? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.